Tyne's Women of Ag is brought to you by John Deere, who celebrates the strength and resilience of the women who make farms run.
According to the latest ag census, there were 1.2 million female producers, which accounts for 36% of the total number of producers in the U.S. USDA says those female producers are slightly younger and more likely to be a beginning farmer, but travel the countryside during planting or harvest, and it's often rare that you see a female behind the wheel of a tractor or combine in planting or in harvest. That's not the case for one Iowa family. We travel to Atlantic, Iowa this weekend to kick off our new series highlighting women of ag.
I don't really remember a point that I was not on the farm.
At 16 years old, it didn't take Callee Pellett long to learn her calling in life.
I think that I was just kind of always out there. I definitely started going out there a lot when I was like 5 or 6.
Even at a young age, it was hard to pull her out of the combine because farming is right where she wanted to be.
She has been daddy's girl from day one. You know, when Mike would be ready to leave for the farm, she was boots on and probably out the door before he was.
With the support of her parents and grandparents, Callee took a big leap a little over a year ago.
I think I was 15 when I signed my first lease.
And today, she has nearly 20 acres she farms on her own.
I make the decision on, first of all, what crop I'm going to do. I do my own anhydrous, I do my own planting, I do my own harvesting.
Decisions that she's learned how to make by farming alongside her dad.
I definitely use his expertise because I'm not an agronomist and haven't gone to school for that yet.
Callee will admit some lessons in the field have been harder than others.
I made the decision this year. He wouldn't give me any help on what size rows I wanted my beans to be. I asked him and he said, "You make the decision."
And she did. The decision to plant 20-inch rows this year. Learning by doing means Callie's dream of being a farmer is well underway. And if you ask Callie's mom what she thinks, it's really no surprise.
She's really taken it upon herself to not just say, "Mom and Dad, what do I do?" but to see that drive in her to say, I want to do this, and then be willing to do the work to learn and earn it.
No matter if it's volleyball, softball, or track season, or if she's showing cattle for FFA, Callee has a lot on her plate, yet she's still drawn to the farm even when she's not supposed to be.
And I said, "Hey, can you run dinner to Dad?" And she said, "Sure." And she has softball practice. She has to be at the field at 5:45 in the morning. And I said, "Don't be out late." A little after 9, I called her and I'm like, "Where are you?" She's like, "Mom, I'm planting." And I said, "Callee," she's like, "I know, but I'm on my last round. I'll be there soon."
Callee has some great examples. She comes from a long line of fierce females, but not female farmers.
There's 14 in Pelcorp, so that's our corporation that we farm with.
And how many of those are female?
Just me and my mom.
Last fall, Callee clocked 107 hours in the field. That's in the middle of all of her sports. And the way the Pellett's farm is set up, all 14 farm together, but each family member owns their own ground. And all of this belongs to their separate equipment corporation.
And then we bill each member of the family for their acres. And we have a per acre fee for planting and a per acre fee for harvest. And that fee covers the ability to use the equipment on your farm. It covers the insurance, the fuel, the maintenance.
Whoever works in the field, they then get a credit for those hours to offset their equipment bill.
Just like everybody else gets credit for her 107 hours, it was applied to her bill. It was more than her bill for the harvest charges. So that credit carries over to this spring and will help cover her expenses for this spring.
And there's also a lot Callee is learning from her mom. Stacy has a lot of titles on any given day. Her full-time job is with John Deere, managing state public affairs in the Midwest and Northwest. But when she's not meeting with legislators or doing jobs around the farm,
Go, Cart, go get it now, baby.
you'll often find her at her kids' sporting events.
My favorite title of all of them is mom, of course, and I think probably any mom would say that, but that is by far my favorite title.
Stacy and Mike also have a son, Carter, who's preparing to graduate high school this month.
His comment would be, "I'm probably going to farm because that's what all pellet men do," and that's what he just says. But in reality, the farm has always been Callie's thing.
Some may view it as the roles are reversed, but Stacy knew this is where Carter really wanted to be.
When he was this big, he played with tractors, but by the time he was this big, he had a ball in his hand, and that he's never changed that.
Carter may not have plans to come back home and farm right now, but as Stacy knows, sometimes life has other plans.
I had a list. I will never leave Texas. I will never marry a farmer. There's a lot more on there, and I've done every last one of them.
Stacy's raising her kids to value work ethic while also pursuing their passion. And both Stacy and Mike know each day on the farm is one full of lessons.
Sometimes helping her to understand that it's not always easy. We're helping her understand that it's not always going to be $7 corn and $14 beans.
Callee is finishing up her junior year of high school, but she knows life's lessons extend beyond the classroom or farming the land. Many have come from her mom.
There's a lot of lessons that she's taught me. I think that a big thing that she's taught me is balancing everything and making your priorities a thing.
Even at the ripe age of 16, being the 7th generation of this Iowa family farm is something Callee doesn't take for granted.
Not all kids get this opportunity and get the opportunity to learn alongside multiple generations, so that's really cool.
She plans to attend either Iowa State or Kansas State after graduating next year.
And then when I'm done with school, I'll come back here and I'll farm.
Carter will attend Iowa State in the fall and not major in agriculture. But walking on this farm, you'll quickly see both kids may have their own passion, but both are kind, charismatic, and driven to succeed.
Unbelievably proud, because as a parent, all you care about is building something that you can hand off to them, right? And we did. I love that Carter has his own thing and that we can celebrate him being unbelievably successful. It's something other than this.
As for Callee, she admits she's a daddy's girl, and she knows no matter the hurdle at hand, she can overcome it, something she's steadily seen watching her mother's way. Well, we had so much fun with the Pellets earlier this week, and we are excited to continue this Women of Ag series throughout the year. So do you know an impressive woman in agriculture we should feature? Well, then we want your help. We'll tell you details of how you can submit those next.
They run errands and equipment. They bring parts and dinner. They drive the combine and the kids to school. They feed livestock. They fix skinned knees, broken fences. They do the books and lead the 4-H group. They simply make everything better. Celebrate the strength and resilience of the women that make farms run. They make all the difference.